A peremptory challenge is a legal mechanism used during jury selection, voir dire, that allows attorneys to reject a potential juror without providing a reason or justification. Peremptory challenges are distinct from challenges for cause, which require a valid legal reason for dismissing a potential juror. A. Definition. Peremptory challenge. A peremptory challenge is a right exercised by attorneys during the jury selection process to exclude a certain number of prospective jurors without stating a cause or reason. Purpose of peremptory challenges. Strategic jury composition. Attorneys use peremptory challenges to shape the composition of the jury in a way that they believe will be more favorable to their client's case. Subjective concerns. Unlike challenges for cause, peremptory challenges can be based on subjective concerns about a potential juror's attitudes, background, or perceived biases. Usage and process. 1. Jury selection, voir dire. Process. During voir dire, both the prosecution, or plaintiff, and defense attorneys question prospective jurors to determine their suitability for jury service. Exercise of challenges. Attorneys can use peremptory challenges to reject certain prospective jurors without providing any explanation. 2. Number of challenges limits. The number of peremptory challenges allowed to each side varies depending on the jurisdiction and the type of case, e.g., criminal versus civil. Typically, the number is specified by statute or court rules. Example: in federal criminal cases in the United States, the prosecution and defense each get 20 peremptory challenges in capital cases, but only 6 in misdemeanor cases. 3. Strategic considerations profiling jurors. Attorneys rely on their experience, intuition, and jury consultants to identify jurors who may be sympathetic or hostile to their case. Balance. Attorneys aim to achieve a balanced jury that aligns with their legal strategy while maintaining the appearance of fairness. Limitations and legal considerations. 1. Prohibition on discrimination, Batson challenge. The use of peremptory challenges is limited by the prohibition on discriminatory practices. The landmark Supreme Court case Batson v. Kentucky, 1986, ruled that peremptory challenges cannot be used to exclude jurors solely on the basis of race. Extension to other characteristics. Subsequent rulings in legislation have extended this prohibition to include gender, JEB v. Alabama, ex release, TB, 1994, and other protected characteristics. 2. Batson test Step 1. The opposing party must make a prima facie showing that a peremptory challenge was used to exclude a juror based on race, gender, or another protected characteristic. Step 2. The party exercising the challenge must provide a race-neutral or gender-neutral explanation for the exclusion. Step 3. The court must determine whether the explanation is genuine or if it was a pretext for discrimination. Implications and criticisms. 1. Potential for abuse. Subjective nature. Because peremptory challenges do not require stated reasons, there is potential for abuse and discriminatory practices, despite the Batson protections. Lack of transparency. The lack of transparency in the use of peremptory challenges can lead to perceptions of unfairness. 2. Balancing interests. Fairness and strategy. The use of peremptory challenges aims to balance the need for a fair and impartial jury with the strategic interests of both parties. However, achieving this balance can be challenging. 3. Ongoing debate calls for reform. There is ongoing debate about the effectiveness and fairness of peremptory challenges, with some advocating for their elimination or further restrictions to enhance jury fairness and diversity.